Welcome to the Fantastic Mr. Bee. In this video, we'll learn how to multiply a fraction by a fraction. Make sure to grab some paper and a pencil so you can work along with me. Before we start, let's take a look at the steps to multiplying fractions. First, we multiply our numerators across the top. Second, we multiply the denominators across the bottom. And finally, we simplify our fraction. If you don't know how to simplify fractions, check out my description. I have a few links to some of my other videos to help you out. Okay, for our first problem, we have 4/5 of 3/4. Now I have of because that's another term for multiplication. So my first step is to multiply my numerators across. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 3, which equals 12. Then I'm going to multiply my denominators. 5 times 4, which equals 20. And I can tell that I need to simplify. I have 12 and 20. They're both even numbers. To find my fraction in simplest form, I use my greatest common factor method. So I list out the factors for both 12 and 20. For 12, I have 1 and 12. I have 2 and 6, and I have 3 and 4. For 20, I have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, and 4 and 5. I have to look at what the greatest number they both have in common, hence greatest common factor. And the greatest number they both have in common are 4s. So now I follow the 4 back because I'm basically dividing 12 by 4, which equals 3. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. And then if I go to my 20 greatest common factor and I follow that back, that goes to the 5. So 20 divided by 4 equals 5. And once again, you can see I divided my numerator and my denominator by the same number. So my final product is 3/5 in simplest form. I also know this is simplest form because my numerator is a prime number. Let's move to our next problem. We have 2/3 times 7/8. First, I'm going to multiply across. 2 times 7 equals 14. Then, I'm going to multiply my denominators. 3 times 8 equals 24. And third, I'm going to simplify. I'm going to use a different strategy this time to show you another way how to do this. I can tell they're both even numbers. So I'm going to divide my numerator and my denominator by 2, since they're both even. And 14 divided by 2 equals 7, and 24 divided by 2 equals 12. I can tell this is in simplest form because my 7 is a prime number, so I cannot simplify this anymore. Now grab your paper and pencil, and we're going to do some work together. For our first practice problem together, we have 2/3 times 4/5. Pause the video if you'd like to try this out. Alright, for 2/3 times 4/5, I multiply my numerators across, so 2 times 4 equals 8, and 3 times 5 for my denominators equals 15. I have 8/15. Now I need to simplify my fraction. I'm going to use my greatest common factor method. I'm going to list out my 8 and my 15 factors. I have 1 and 8, and I have 2 and 4. For 15, I have 1 and 15. I have 3 and 5. And as I look at this, the only common factor I can see is 1. And since 1 is my common factor, my fraction is already in simplest form. Let's go to our second practice problem. We have 5/6 of 3/4. If you'd like to try this one, pause the video now. For 5/6 of 3/4, we multiply our numerators across. So 5 times 3 equals 15. And 6 times 4 for our denominators equals 24. I noticed that 3 can go into both 15 and 24. So I'm going to divide my numerator by 3 and my denominator by 3. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. And 24 divided by 3 equals 8. I know that my answer is in simplest form because my numerator is a 5 and that's a prime number. Alright, that wraps up our video on how to multiply fractions by fractions. Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to smash that subscribe and like button. And until next time, this is Mr. B. Later.